Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Rachel, what's going on? Welcome in. We're just on our final stretch towards home, right outside of Fort Smith, Arkansas, headed towards Oklahoma, way back from Disney World. Hey, Chasing America, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Just on the final stretch towards home. Hey, Mr. Willie, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Hey, Danny. Hey, Kimberly. Man, he already saying plug Kimberly's product. There's like 3 people. Mr. Willie, we're gonna have to make you the spokesman for Kimberly. Hey, welcome in, Amy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Q's Cruisers, welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. So we're on Interstate 40, just outside of Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is the last city that you come to driving west on I-40 before you get to the great state of Oklahoma. Where's Kimberly? You know what, Rachel? Kimberly's actually driving. She is actually driving. So I don't know if you guys saw earlier today, but we did a live stream from the Memphis Zoo in Memphis, Tennessee. If you didn't get the chance to watch it, please go back and check out the replay. Adric filmed the whole thing. He did an excellent job. Memphis Zoo is really cool because it's one of the only 3 zoos in the United States that have panda bears outside of Atlanta and Washington, D.C. So, pretty cool. Wow, that's a long drive. Yeah, we broke it up, and on the way there, we drove from Oklahoma City to Atlanta and spent the night in Atlanta, and then got up and drove to Orlando, and then on the way coming home, we stopped in Memphis and spent the night. Hey, Teresa, how are you? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. So we had a good time down in Florida. We spent 8 days at Disney, so we did each park twice, so it was a lot of fun. Did we visit the Pyramid Bass Pro Shop in Memphis? You know what? Chasing America, funny you guys asked, because that's actually where we spent the night last night. They actually have their own lodge inside that Bass Pro Shop. It's called the Big Cypress Lodge, and that's actually where we spent the night last night. Hey, Darren, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. OSU offense, Surviving is opting out of the season to focus on the NFL draft. Okay. You heard we met up with Orlando Mike at Epcot? Yes, indeed we did. He's a really, really nice guy. Really nice guy. We actually we went around with Landon and I to the what was that called? Festival of the Holidays, like a little Olaf scavenger hunt thing. So that was cool. We never really have spent a lot of time in the different countries in the World Showcase, so getting to do that was a lot of fun. Are you driving by yourself? No, Teresa. It's my wife is actually driving. I'm in the passenger seat. The boys are in the back. Hey, Blaine, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being here. Are we driving home tonight? Yes, Darren. We're just outside of Fort Smith, Arkansas, which is the last city in Arkansas you hit before you come to Oklahoma. So we're getting close to our home state. Lannon's doing well. He was sleeping, but I woke him up. I think he might be back asleep now though. Hey Tina, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, that's what we're here for, Blaine. You know, good friends and partner channels are there to support one another. So you need to thank Kimberly though, because she's the one that drove, so I could be there. That was a cool live at the zoo today. Hey, thank you, Darren. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Adric does a great job at those live streams with the gimbal. He does a heck of a lot better job than I do. Hey, Noah, welcome in, buddy. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. We're just on the last stretch home. You should have seen New Jersey today. We got a horrible, horrible, horrible storm. I mean, it did a lot of old damage here. Oh, that stinks. Hey, James, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Where are we going on I-40? James, we are actually headed home, buddy, from Orlando. We've been at Disney World for the last 8 days, and so we are heading back to good old Yukon, Oklahoma. And right now we are just a little bit east of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Now I'll tell them, Darren. No worries. How much further? Huh? I say maybe a good three hours, something like that. Mother Nature was super upset. Huh. Did I see your last comment? Yeah, I saw it about the OSU offensive lineman. Yeah, I saw that. I hope you're doing well, James. I hope you guys can see. So it says we have about 20 miles to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Then we get past that, we're in good old Oklahoma. It is freezing up a little. Thanks for letting me know. Baggy at times, but okay. Yeah. I'm just going off the internet data. So I know this part of Arkansas can be spotty at times. So thanks for bearing with us, guys. Appreciate it. Blaine, you had a great live stream tonight, buddy, and we're looking forward to the cruisathon coming up. I think Kimberly needs to pick out what Danny's clothes to wear because the stuff he had on looked like something Ray Charles picked out. Gee, you laughing at that? Mr. Willie? Jeez. Are we going to do recaps from Disney? Yeah, Noah, I'll probably be talking about it here and there on our live streams. Our trip to Disney. Plus, I did a lot of on-ride POV vlogs of the different rides, so you can look out for those. I also shot a lot of videos. They're called shorts, SHORTS. There's one on there right now of Landon playing rock paper scissors with Mickey Mouse at the Garden Grill, and then I made a short video of the castle projections, the Christmas castle projections. So look for those as well. I know where that is. Fort Smith, Arkansas. Been there a lot in my summer. Yeah. A lot of people travel to Arkansas a lot because it's the home of Walmart. Bentonville, Arkansas. Pretty bad if Ray, being blind, picked out his outfit. You know what, Mr. Willie? It was like 40 degrees there in Memphis, and we were packed for Orlando, and that was about it. So, and we spent the night, as I said earlier, at the Bass Pro Shops there in Memphis. These pajama pants that I have on are by far the cheapest thing that they had there at Bass Pro Shops. I actually saw a pair of pants that cost $200 for a pair of pants. And it's because they're the wader pants, WADER, that you use when you're fishing, like fly fishing and stuff. So I had no idea that waders cost $200. That's crazy. Yeah, hey Noah, that was only our second time, man, and so just trying to live stream from there would have been crazy. We were just trying to find our way around and make sure that we didn't get lost or that Landon ran off or anything like that. Fort Smith is like the second largest city in Arkansas, but that's not saying much. No, it's not. I know you are, Mr. Willie. I enjoy messing with you too, sir. Well, I hope all of you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We did. We spent Thanksgiving in Animal Kingdom, and actually on Thanksgiving we got to meet up with Jeff and Angela and Zach and Abby from Just Our Dream. So that was pretty cool getting to meet them. We also on the trip met up with Blaine from Really Creative Travel, Darren, Magnificent Germany with Darren, who are our two partner channels. And then I met up with Orlando Mike, as Teresa said earlier, and we met up with Adventures with VP. They were all really, really great people. You know why they call it Arkansas? Because pirates lived in Kansas. That's how it got its name, Arkansas. Oh, Lord. Huh. It's gonna get laggy at times, but just bear with this, please, because it'll work itself out. I would not spend $200 on pants. Yeah, me neither, Amy. That's why I walked around the Memphis Zoo all day in pajama pants. There you go. As we get closer to home, then the internet will be a lot better. I'm pretty sure. Blaine is Blaine is not a good person because he is an Alabama fan. Huh. Did you hear that, Blaine? Mr. Willie, has North Carolina played their first basketball game yet? And if they did, how did they do? Florida is getting much cooler the temperature. Yeah. Don't mention that to my wife, Noah. Don't mention about how this week in Florida is much cooler temperature. She likes it. She likes the cooler temperature a lot more. But Noah, you kept messaging me about the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That was actually probably one of my favorite rides there at Hollywood Studios. I think we rode it 3 or 4 times. That was awesome. 2-0 already, man. That's good. I ignore some comments. So does anybody have any big plans coming up this week or this weekend? Anybody doing anything fun or exciting? I know there's a two day cruisathon put on by my good buddy Blaine. It's going to be both start on Saturday, I think, and end on Sunday. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I'm sure he's got some information on that on his Facebook group, Rayleigh Creative Travel Tribe. So go there, and then he'll have the links to all the channels that are part of the cruisathon. So you guys will have some really great YouTube from the cruise genre to watch this weekend for sure. UNC and Duke will play with no fans. Yeah, that's what I heard, Mr. William. That's crazy. I'm anxious for Remy's Ratatouille adventure. Yeah, that's true, huh? Hey, Noah, it looked like the Tron ride was coming along really, really well. I don't like the cold. Part of the reason I moved to Texas. Yep. Holy cow! So the cruisathon is actually starting on Friday. Gee whiz, at 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's pretty cool. Amy says was supposed to be going on a cruise, but it was canceled just days after it was booked. I'm sorry to hear that, Amy. I know a lot of people have been going through that where their cruises have been getting canceled. That's for sure. So now I get to work instead. Tron is going to be amazing. Hopefully by late 2021 or early 2022 is my prediction. Yeah, it looked like the base of it at least, Noah, was looking pretty good, man. We saw it when we were in line. You know what? We had to stand in line a ridiculous amount of time. Uh, right? The goofy ride that lasts like point 0.6 seconds. That was crazy. But from that line, we could see Tron, and it looked like it was coming along really, really well. So it looks like we're getting into Fort Smith, guys. You see a sign right there, Oklahoma City. You know you're getting fairly close to home. On this trip, guys, on this trip, Kimberly actually drove. She did it. She did a good job too. Very, yeah, it looked massive, Noah. That's for sure. Virginia and Clemson. Hey, Tracy. Virginia and Clemson are two teams who traveled to Florida State, and when they got there, the games were canceled. Oh man, that stinks. Thank you, Tracy. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. So far today, we've had great travel. Yesterday, though, was a different story. It was crazy. You guys that live down there in the SEC area, I tell you what, we uh we left Orlando, right? At like I don't know 6 in the morning, and we started driving up towards Georgia, and it started raining, and it cleared off for a little bit, and we were able to meet up with Darren and his kids at Bucky's there in what is it, Warner Robins? Warner Robins, Darren's hometown, Warner Robins. We got to meet up with him and his kids, and that was cool. And it wasn't raining then, but then as soon as we got in the van, all the way from Georgia, all the way to Memphis, it was raining nonstop. That was crazy. Like 4 or 5 states were covered with rain. So earlier today when we were at the zoo, hey Dad, good to see you. Welcome in. What does he say? Guess we know who is the better driver in the Griswold house, Kimberly. Oh, gee, thanks, Mr. Willie. He might be your biggest fan, huh? Always talking about Norwegs and everything else. So we were at the zoo earlier today, guys, and we left the zoo and we asked Landon what his favorite animal was he saw at the zoo, and he said a fox. And if you got, huh? If you guys were watching our live stream, we were walking. We were about ready to leave, and we were just walking down the trail, and right in front of us, a fox ran across the road. Not, I mean, it was just a wild fox. It just ran right across the road at the zoo. Huh? The trail. Sorry, it's not a road. It's a trail. We were walking down the trail, heading towards the exit, and a fox ran right across us. So that was pretty cool. That was the first time that Landon had seen a fox in the wild. So that was pretty cool. What does the fox say? That's exactly what I was thinking, Noah. Hey guys, I do want to let you. We do plan on being back with trivia, so I will put a poll tomorrow, and you guys will have basically tomorrow to pick what you want for the topic, and then I'll try to come up with some questions. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've done a trivia stream. And then this Saturday, oh, I don't know. I'll probably hold off until next Saturday, just because the cruisathon thing is going on this weekend. I might hold off till next Saturday to do the family game night again, or I might do it. I don't know. Just kind of play that by ear. Blaine says hashtag excuse the heck out of me. Excuse the heck out of you. Where are we at? Well, Dad, there's your answer right there. Welcome to Oklahoma. Hey, Doreen, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. So let's see here. How many miles to Oklahoma City? 178. We got just a couple of more hours and then we'll be home, guys. I missed the college football live stream because it was cool watching football with you guys. Yeah, you know what, Mr. Worthy, we might do one or two more. I don't know. We might do an NFL game. We just kind of, with that whole deal, we just kind of like seeing like the big games that we know people are gonna watch, and then we'll do a live stream with them. So that way we'll have people to watch the game with something that's entertaining and everybody's gonna enjoy. The other thing about those football games, though, the live streams, is they take forever. Very, very long live streams. So when we were doing those on Saturdays, that would take about 4 hours. So we'd spend half the day easily on live streams. But that's like 12:54 a.m. East Coast. Yeah. Hey Don, welcome back. Good to see you. We're actually just entered Oklahoma, so we're less than 200 miles from home, Don. So we're getting close. We are getting close. You know what else might be cool, Mr. Willie, is if we do a live stream for some college basketball games on. Like for example, when Duke and North Carolina play, maybe we could live stream during that. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, don't forget to plug Kimberly's products. Jeez. You know what, Mr. Willie? Here, let me do this. There you go, sir. Check that out. We'll just have that running the whole time. What the world? Hey, the Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla, welcome in, guys. We are headed home from an 8-day trip to Disney World. We actually we're from Oklahoma, and we just got back into Oklahoma, so we're just a couple hours outside of home. Oh, I know you're not trying to be annoying, Mr. Willie. I think it's funny, and Kimberly really appreciates your support. That's for sure. Feel free to buy some Norwex too. Check it out. You might like it. It's pretty good stuff. You're just trying to help him stay lucky. That's what. Oh Lord. Hey Lori, great to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. I need like a magnifying glass like Papa Mozo so I can see the chat on the window, huh? 14 people watching us drive home. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys for being here. What does Blaine say? Car was squished. 15 in one car. Must not be anything on TV or YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Margaret, great to see you. We're anxious to hear about your trip. Oh, thank you guys. My dad says it is cold in Oklahoma City. Low today was 26. Welcome back. Gee, thanks. 13 in one car. I already read that one. Margaret, I hope you're doing well. Disneyland here in California is still closed. They bring nearly $8.5 billion a year to the surrounding communities. It's devastating to have them closed. Yeah, I completely agree. I completely understand that. Too bad they can't open them like Florida did. Blaine says tune in Wednesday at 10 Eastern. Mr. Willie says Broncos had to play a wide receiver quarterback Sunday. About that, Mr. Willie, that's crazy. Who played as quarterback? A wide receiver from the practice squad. Watching a road show. That's pretty funny, Lori. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Welcome in, guys. My dad says we are having snow on Wednesday. Oh, great. Our governor is unfortunately running our state into the ground. There is an active petition gun transaction to have him recalled. Jeez. Florida hasn't had one known case. So I think California can do it for Disney. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Florida governor, complete opposite.
Florida governor and California governor are complete opposite mindsets. That's very true. Let's see where we are. I live here too. Yeah, it's pathetic how much power he has in determining our lives. That's true. Very, very true. I tell you what, guys, if y'all have ever been driving in Atlanta, you can tell. You can tell why we weren't too excited about driving there compared to here. As soon as you get on some of those highways there in Atlanta, it's like you've entered a NASCAR race. I swear. Hey, Tumbleweed RV Life. Welcome in, guys. Great to see y'all. Thanks for being here. I will have a very special guest Saturday at 7. All right, Darren. We'll be looking for that, buddy. Sounds good. How are we tonight? Tumbleweed, we're just driving home, guys. Driving home from a 8-day trip to Disney World. So we drove to Orlando from Oklahoma. Now we're driving back. And we're actually back in Oklahoma, just a couple hours outside of home. Hey, Kelly. Great to see you. Thanks for being here. Too bad we didn't get to meet up with you, Kelly, but it was great meeting your buddy, VP. He and his whole family are great people. We really enjoyed meeting them. Next time you're in Florida, we'll have to meet. Hey, that sounds good to me. Sounds good. In each direction and go for it. That's funny. Here's one thing that our state is good at: construction. Gonna ask a question that will be answered later. Which Dole Whip is best? Definitely send me your plans and we'll make it happen. That sounds good, Kelly. That'd be awesome. You and Taylor and Gonzo and VP are all great, great people. And Chris from Addie's Family Adventure. I enjoy watching all of you guys. You guys were close to us, about 30 to 40 minutes away. You were in Orlando. Yeah, we actually we were at Pop Century Cindy. And outside of Blaine and Darren, the only people that we met up with were actually inside the parks at Disney World. So we were hoping to meet more people. We just didn't have a lot of time. Have you driven California? It's a whole. Hey, Jeff, welcome in. Have you driven California highway? It is a whole other experience for those out of state. Hey, you know what? I actually have driven California, Lori. I drove in San Diego, and I would much rather choose to drive in San Diego than drive in Atlanta any day. Any day. Hey, have a great night, Doreen. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. How did you like Pop Century Resort? We'll be talking about that a little more in detail, Jeff. But I say, as a whole, Pop Century was great. We didn't really have any issues at all, and it was cool. We really enjoyed it. And Blaine, the answer to your question is, you know what? We had the Dole Whip, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic Dole Whip. We had the, what was that one called? The Lion, something about the Lion King. You can get there in Africa. Uh, I forgot what it's called, but it had a bunch of different flavors, and then it also had alcohol in it. Uh, Kelly will know what it's called. It's the King something. It's in Africa, Animal Kingdom. So we had that. Hey, Danny, what's going on, buddy? We had the regular Dole Whip. We had the Peter Pan special Dole Whip, which was like a lime Dole Whip. And then we had citrus swirl. And we also had a Dole Whip that had like Pop Rocks in it. And out of all of them that we had, my favorite was the citrus swirl. And then my second favorite was probably the Peter Pan one. So, hey, Dangle Fields, welcome in, buddy. Great to see you. I'd like to try the pineapple one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big creamsicle fan. So I really, or creamsicle, whatever it's called, the orange and vanilla flavor. So that's why I would say that my favorite by far was the citrus swirl. But one of these live streams, we're gonna have to show you guys our what you guys call the merchandise haul or Disney haul or whatever of all of our souvenirs. But I'll tell you the number one thing that we got as a souvenir that Lannon got, and that is the sipper cups. He was a big fan of the sipper cups. So we actually got quite a few of those. And they're actually pretty cool looking too. Not much beats the I-5 near the 10 during rush hour. Odd, but it reminds me of an 80s Atari nighttime driving game. Hey, Margaret, my wife is actually from Virginia. And so she would say that the roughest or the most traffic road that she's used to is the I-95. But I don't know. Danny is if Danny from Two Real Geeks is still in the chat, he can tell us how he likes driving in Atlanta because he lives around that area. How far are you from home, Cindy? We're about a couple of hours, I think. Pineapple, strawberry, and orange Dole Whip is great. Yeah, we actually got into Atlanta, Danny, at what was that? Friday or Thursday? Thursday. We actually were there a couple of weekends ago, Danny. There in Atlanta, and man, it was crazy. But I would say Kimberly would say that I-85 in Atlanta is worse than I-75. But we did drive by the Six Flags that you visit a lot, and that looked really cool. I'd like to go there someday too. Atlanta sucks. Traffic sucks. Some of the best pops I have had are from Mexico, all natural. Awesome. Very cool. Atlanta is insane to drive in. However, I'd rather drive hey, in Atlanta than Paris. I believe that. I'd rather be in Atlanta than Paris, that's for sure. The traffic in Virginia, Maryland, and DC are the worst. Flags is awesome. And why didn't you tell me that you were in town? You could have did. I'm sorry, Danny. That's my bad. We were there one day, buddy. We were there. We went to the Georgia Aquarium, and we went to the Georgia Zoo, and we went and had lunch at the Varsity. Picked it up, and that was about it for our time in Atlanta. So we didn't have a lot of time. But next time we go by there, I'll make sure to let you know. I apologize, buddy. You stayed at Pop Century Resort back in 2010. The Six Flags is only 20 minutes from my house. That's okay. Everyone forgets about us. You know what, Danny? That's how I was feeling too, man. Because there were all kinds of Disney streamers down there when we were there, and I know we didn't meet nearly as many of them that were there. That's for sure. But it was cool getting to meet the ones that we did, and the ones we did meet, we met actually in the parks themselves. So I could have shown you a lot better places than that. Lots of hidden gems in the town. Tammy says, I hope Kimberly is driving if you are reading the comments. Yep, she actually did drive, Tammy, so that I was on live stream with Papa Mozo earlier, and then I did moderating for Blaine, Really Creative Travel, and then I'm on this one. So she actually did drive so that I could do this. Thanksgiving was cool, Jeff. We actually spent it in the Animal Kingdom. So believe it or not, guys, there's actually a lot of celebrities, a lot of fairly famous people who are from Oklahoma, and one of them we're gonna drive by her hometown here in probably a little less than an hour. That's good old Carrie Underwood for you country music fans. Carrie Underwood's actually from a little small town called Chakota here in Oklahoma, right off of I-40. Carlos is still at Pop Century Resort till Saturday. Yeah, but he got there about 3 days after we did. Hey, Najuma, welcome in. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. I hope you guys that checked out our stream earlier today from the Memphis Zoo. I hope you guys had a great time. Um, I'm glad that Adric was filming because he does a great job of that. I am famous. I'm not famous. What building did we stay at Pop Century? Jeff, we stayed in the 50s building, which was cool because it was close to the Skyliner. So that was pretty neat. Danny is famous, Lannon is famous, Adric is famous. Carry underwear. Huh. Hey, James and Millie, good to see you guys. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope everything's good out there in Arizona. Hey, Edna. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. The Griswolds are famous. We're not famous, Darren. Not by a long shot. You're the one that's got people from all over Germany watching your channel, buddy. I stay in the one near the Big Baloo Bear on the third floor. Okay, so that is the 80s, I think. No, 60s. That's the 60s, I think. Jeff. That one's cool too because it's right outside the main building where you go to the food court and the gift shop and get on to get the buses. So that's pretty cool. We actually went to the pool one time, and the pool in the 50s area was pretty cool because it was shaped like a bowling pin. So that was pretty neat. Which one were you in? We were at Pop Century. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, Edna. What floor? Floor 4. The other pool is a computer pool. Yeah, I heard that. I didn't see it, but I heard about it, Jeff. No, it says, remember staying at Pop Century back in 2014, headed to Epcot. That's cool. How long is our drive home? Edna, we have just a couple of hours left, but this is the end of our trip from Disney World. So we actually are on the second leg of our trip from Orlando to Yukon, Oklahoma. So that's about a close to a, for the whole thing. I'm heading to Sleepy. Be safe. Hey, thank you so much for joining us, Kelly. You as well. Have a great night. What was your theme? The theme was 50s theme, Dad. It was sock hop and bowling pins. It was first floor, also right by a balloon. Nice. Is this already your follow? So right now, guys, we're going over one of the largest lakes in Oklahoma. It's probably the largest man-made lake here in the state. It's called Lake Eufaula. I know they have one there in Alabama as well. Eufala. Sounds cool. That was pretty cool. I've got some pictures, Dad. I'll put them in our Facebook group, and I'll put them into I'll show them on a live stream or something like that as well. Grand Lake. Oh, Lake Eufaula. Grand Lake is the largest man-made lake in the state. I didn't know that. This club cool at Epcot. Best place to cool off. You know what? You're right, Noah. I missed that too. That's the one park, Noah, that I actually got a little turned around in the most was Epcot, just because there were walls everywhere. You couldn't see where you were going that well. You get over there by Spaceship Earth, and it got a little confusing where to go, just because of all the walls. Will we be streaming on Wednesday? Yes, Jeff. We'll be doing a trivia on Wednesday for sure. What's up? You did it? Gee whiz. Jeez. The progress wall. I know a lot of people know I've called it Walcott instead of Epcot. Seahawks beat the Eagles 23-17. Yep. We actually have that on the radio right now, Dad. Titans look good though. Or they sounded good. Anyway, Derrick Henry did pretty well. $137 miles. We're less than 2 hours away from home. That's cool. Ask Kimberly if she will ride Mission Space with me. No? She said she'll never ride it again, Blaine. Did you guys get to see the Lucite fountain at the front of Epcot? I don't know. If we did, we didn't know what it was, Noah. I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, honey, welcome in, buddy. Derrick Henry made Landon and I very happy. Yes, indeed. Made me happy, too, as a Titans fan. I just know that if we're going to be able to beat Kansas City, though, we got to step up the defense, that's for sure. Pittsburgh and Baltimore got postponed till Wednesday now. Jeez. Hey, Noah, to tell you the truth, buddy, the only fountain that I knew about was the Miss Piggy fountain at Hollywood Studios. I beat you this week. All right. My fourth win. My fourth win of the year came against Rayleigh Creative Travel. You know what, though, Blaine? That's makes it interesting for that sixth spot. Now there's a three-way tie for sixth place. There's only like 1 or 2 weeks left, and then the playoffs start. So that's gonna be pretty fun to watch. Tyreek Hill went off yesterday. Yes, he did. And actually, in Scott's league, Dad, I have Tyreek Hill, so he got like 35 points. So that was pretty good. Yeah, your Chiefs are looking all right, Amy. They're looking all right. Even though I am a Chargers fan, it is fun to watch Mahomes and the Chiefs play. That's just all right. I think Tyreek Hill set a fantasy record. I think he set a NFL record for the most yards in a first quarter or something like that. I thought Mahomes retired. It's a lot more fun to watch them now than it was several years ago. Yeah, you're right about that. No, Najuma, it was Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck that actually retired from the Colts. He's pretty young guy, but he retired after I don't know, that probably 5 or less years playing in the NFL. I have to run. Y'all be safe on the road. Yeah, we're almost there, Darren. Appreciate it though, buddy. It was great meeting you and your kids. So thank you so much for coming to meet us. We appreciate it. And I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch with you this week, Darren, about what we talked about yesterday. Connors State College. Hey, there's his sign right there, Blaine from Muskogee. Okie from Muskogee. Luck played for 7 seasons. Okay. I knew it was not that many, really. That's technically where Carrie is from, right? No, she's from Checotah. Checotah. Checotah, Oklahoma. I don't know if we passed it or not, did we? No. Still got 12 driving home with us. Appreciate you guys being here. $15 back in the house. That's cool. Thank you guys. Please make sure you all smack the thumbs up for us if you haven't. We'd appreciate that. What did Darren say? I didn't see his comment. You are very welcome, and it was a sure honor and a pleasure meeting you and your family for sure. Hey, thank you, Darren. Appreciate that, buddy. Tell you what, this should be a peaceful stream to go to sleep to. Just watching the road. That's a dark highway. Does the person ahead of you only have one tail light? No, the person ahead of us is a semi truck, Lori. We've been seeing a lot of semi trucks so far since we left the gas station that we filled up at last. I-40 is always full of semis. By our house, there's a ton of truck stops. Texana Road. Good, lots of products being delivered across the country, food and goods. Yes, ma'am, indeed. This semi truck right here, though, is got full of cows, full of cattle. We have and Amy knows this, but they're in Fort Worth, and also here in Oklahoma City, we have a giant stockyard full of cows, cattle, and we have a pretty famous restaurant here in Oklahoma City as well, called Cattleman's Steakhouse. So that's pretty good place. It's been around for quite a while. So that's probably where they're headed. let's hear some music like we normally do on your road trips. Chakota, 5 miles, Blaine. Fort Worth, yep. Cattleman's is home of the 72-mile steak. No, that's actually in Amarillo. Give me a good ribeye and baked potato. Amarillo, I drove past it on my way home. Yes, ma'am, indeed. So, Amy, you missing living in the hotels? I heard Mark Finley talking about it, but couldn't remember. Yeah, that's right, Najuma, you did, huh? Oklahoma is a nice place. I spent a year in Lawton. Yeah, we love going down to Lawton to the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge. That's probably one of the top 2 or 3 places here in Oklahoma that we like to kind of escape to be in nature, go on hikes and just stuff like that, be outdoors. So we really enjoy going down there to the wildlife refuge, and then we also enjoy going to Beavers Bend State Park, which we have some vlogs of our last trip there over fall break on our channel as well. It's down in southeast Oklahoma, and to me, that is by far the best state park that we have. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Yeah, that's a good old song right there, Blaine. No, so happy to be home. I bet you are. All right, so there is the sign for Chakota right there. It says 1/4 mile. Little tiny town, home of Carrie Underwood. You can see it right there, Chakota. Blaine, I would be singing right now, but you would never believe this. But the song that's on the radio right now on Prime Country, I've never heard of ever. That's rare. It is a thunderstorm here now. Oh, be safe, Jeff. Honey is asking Amy if she has a traveling job. It would have been better had the hotel had a cool hot tub I could have used. Yeah, you're not joking about that, Amy, that's for sure. Although the way the world is right now, you got to be kind of careful going places like pools and hot tubs. Like that's why we're only able to take Landon swimming one time, is because all the other times the pool was actually, at least for our liking, a little too full. 113 miles, guys. Is that why Blaine was asking you for a blooming onion? Indeed, honey. I like Outback. I used to seek them out when I was traveling a lot. I like the porterhouse.
There's your phone.
You know, this is Lake Eufaula right here. So that's what my dad was saying. That was Grand Lake then, way back there. I thought Grand Lake was up by Tulsa. I guess it's Long Lake. Are we there yet? Getting closer, Mr. Willie. We're getting closer, sir. That's for sure. But Mr. Willie, we've been running the ad for or the banner for Kimberly's Facebook page the whole time. If anyone is looking for awesome Christmas gifts, make sure you contact Kimberly Griswold for all your Norwex needs. Environmentally friendly, and you will never use another product. See description below. Thank you, Blaine. Appreciate that. Norwex really does make a great Christmas present, though, that's for sure. Thank you, Fallen Road. If you guys hang with us for another 130 something miles, you will be kindly rewarded with a view of downtown Oklahoma City. You get to see all four of our skyscrapers. Plus, you'll get to see the Chesapeake Energy Arena. 107 miles. That's not bad at all. Great job, Danny. Thank you, Mr. Willie. Appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me. Does your wife have a Facebook group other than the one I am in? Jeff, she doesn't have a Facebook group per se, but she does have two Facebook pages. One of them is for her Norwex.
Norwex is a group.
Yours is?
Norwex is a group.
She does have a Facebook group. It's the Norwex group. The description is in the link below, I believe. It's called Caking Harsh Chemicals with Kimberly. I'll have to post that one because I think what's in the description might just be a Norwex page with the products on it. Oh, we can't post her group. So if Jeff asked about it, can Blake post the link in the chat or no? Blaine, would you mind posting the link to the kicking harsh chemicals with Kimberly in the chat so that Jeff can join, please? Gotta go and eat dinner. Good Lord, Lori. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great night. And then her travel agency, Jeff, the page that is called Magical Enchanted Vacations with Kimberly. And that one I know for a fact is posted in the description below. OKC Thunder, are they still a basketball team? Huh. I don't know, Dad. We'll see. They got rid of everybody now, huh? The whole team's gone, pretty much. Starting over. Team out Steven Adams. Pretty much. Oklahoma City, 103 miles, so just a little over an hour. Now we got some music on that I know, or we did have. Good old Yukon boy Garth Brooks, guys I never heard of. Huh. Shouldn't be. Maybe they need to be D-League. ETA 12:30. Hey, Jeff, if you'll message me on Facebook, I can send you the link to Kimberly's Norwex group. Or Blaine, if you wouldn't mind posting that one, please, on Facebook, from Facebook, the Kicking Harsh Chemicals with Kimberly. We'd appreciate that, buddy. Or Amy, either one. They're still better than my hometown team, the Sacramento Kings. They're such an embarrassment that if anyone mentions them in public, you can see people cringe. That's funny. Wow, you guys can't see anything right now. There we go. Now you can see a little bit. Thank you, Blaine. Appreciate it, buddy. There's the link, Jeff, to Kimberly's Facebook group for Norwex. So just click on that and you can ask to join the group. But the one thing you can't do, Jeff, is post sunset pictures in that group, but you can in ours, right? You can't post sunset pictures. Really enjoy those pictures, Jeff. You take great sunset pictures, buddy, by the way. Thank you for doing that for us. This country's what I love. Oh, here comes a good song. #16 draft picks. Don't even have that many players on a roster. Hey, you're not wrong. Hopefully, out of 16 #1 draft picks, they'll get one right. 16 first-round draft picks. I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna change. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. Jeff says, tell Kimberly I just asked to join her Facebook group. She says, thanks, Jeff. Jeffrey Resendez. Appreciate that, Jeff. And thank you, Blaine, for posting the link. I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. You can bet your hard-earned dollar I will. I'm gonna be somebody. Oklahoma City is 96 miles, guys. You're welcome, sweet cheeks. What in the world? Good Lord. Blaine just called me sweet cheeks. Does that surprise you? No? Gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. Danny, one of my sunset pictures was on the news. Heck yeah. That's awesome, Jeff. Very cool. Congratulations, buddy. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. Travis Tritt. Someday you can bet your hard-earned dollar out. Hard-earned dollar. I will. A lot of darkness, guys. A lot of darkness. It's another reason that I'm not very good at driving at night. The one time that I'm not allowed to drive at all is when we're driving in mountains, because I don't really, I'm not as cautious necessarily as I should be when I drive in mountains, and I make Kimberly nervous. So she does most of the mountain driving, that's for sure. Like when we're in Yellowstone and stuff like that, she does most of the driving because I see too many squirrels. I get distracted by the wildlife easy. Dang, Blaine. I wondered what all the neighbors' dogs were howling at, and then I realized Danny was singing. That's funny. He's the one that told me to sing. That's it. You're not getting any more songs tonight, Blaine. No more. And I wonder who this is. So this turnpike that's coming up right here, it's called a Indian Nations Turnpike. If you take that and you go south, then that will lead you to Beavers Bend State Park, where we spent fall break. Just a little bit of an insight. Very, 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 very cool place. Now looking to the sun. If you have a plane. Yeah. So the one will be going, forever will be calling like the rain. Calling for you, and I know just why. Always falling for you, falling for you now, just like the rain. And I know just why, like the rain. Falling for you, falling for you now, just like the rain. This town right here, Henrietta, Oklahoma, is actually the birthplace of, no, not the birthplace. I think it might be the birthplace. Or I know he at least lived there. You guys might know one of Kimberly's all-time favorite NFL football players, former Dallas Cowboy quarterback and NFL announcer, Troy Aikman. Actually grew up in Henrietta, Oklahoma, which is what we're passing through right now. He's not your favorite? Am I missing something? I don't see a link to Kimberly's Norwex product page. There is no description area below the video. Oh, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I forgot to do that on this video, Margaret. But if you scroll up in the comments, Blaine posted the link to her Facebook group for Norwex. If he's feeling extra special nice tonight, he can post it again. So you can join it. Blaine or Amy, either one, can post the Kicking Harsh Chemicals with Kimberly link in the chat. Then Margaret, you can check on that, click on that, and ask to join, and she probably will let you in. There's only you and me, and we just this. And I can also add the links to the description below once we're done with the video. Here it is 12:08 a.m. You're right, Jeff. Thanks for staying up with us, buddy. All right, Margaret. Blaine just posted it. It's right here. So just click on that and just ask to join, and she will let you in. So thank you for doing that. We really appreciate it. You got two new people today, just on this stream. Pretty cool, huh? So mean, man. Yeah, I tell you what, Najuma, he's all asking me to sing songs, and then I do for him, and then he tells me I make his neighbor's dogs howl. Well, what's up with that? Oklahoma City, 86. Pretty good. There ain't no, there ain't no back. Well, I'm headed to bed. Been doing my normal day work early, so I'm done by 1 p.m. each day. So I'm headed to bed. Great stream, and we will talk at you later. Hey, good night, Blaine. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. Tell Mal we say hello. And it was great meeting you, sir. It was awesome. Thank you, Amy. So, guys, we're about 10 minutes away from being 2 hours into the stream. So, I can either end at 2 hours, or if you guys want to drive through downtown Oklahoma City with us, I can stay on. Either way, it's up to y'all. Just want to order some product and make sure she gets credit for it. You can do that from your group. Hey, Margaret, if you'll message me on Facebook, I'll get you the link for her page that you can order products from. So just message me on Facebook, and then I'll get you that link, okay? She said thank you so much. Lane, I thought you were going to bed, man. I got that. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Amy. Amy posting the link. Do you all have a dog in the car, or is it Danny singing? Tell you what, we have a dog, Mr. Willie. We have a dog. Nope, it was me singing. Everybody's a comedian. I need to get going. Have a great night, everyone. Hey, have a great night, Margaret. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Oklahoma City, 80. Hey, good night, Jeff. Good night, Blaine. All right, so if we have anybody that's interested in staying on with us, we'll go ahead and stay on. Let you guys see downtown, but if not, then we'll go ahead and end here in about 5 minutes. So just let me know what y'all want us to do. Sorry, Danny, but I couldn't help my. Hey, no problem. Like I say, Mr. Willie, we love having a good time with you, sir. My carriage is turning into a pumpkin, guys. So I'm hopping off. Godspeed home. So glad you all had a magical trip. Hey, good night, Don. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. And the well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Just have a great night, Don. Thanks for being here. All the lessons learned. Still got 8 people, so that's cool. I don't mind hanging out. All right, Najuma, I'm back. How many minutes you got left? No, we got a little over an hour, buddy. I was trying to see if I should end it or if you guys wanted to drive through downtown Oklahoma City and then I end it. It's up to y'all. I don't really care either way. I have a wild side. They say country. That's all changed right now. That's all now. Back to the time. Again, I'm a brand new man. We're driving through a construction zone right now, guys, so we only got one lane. It's always fun. Night Al, you can show us downtown Oklahoma City. All right, no problem. Yes, Mr. Willie, I do. I have school tomorrow, but the good thing is I get to sleep in an hour later now than I used to when we were at school, and because the bug is pretty bad at home, we are all virtual school now. So the teachers this time around actually have the option of teaching from the classroom or teaching from home. So I chose to teach from home. So I do have to teach class tomorrow, but I get to teach from home, so that makes it a lot nicer. And instead of being at work at 6:50, I now just have to be on Zoom on my couch at 8. So that makes it a lot better. I will catch a replay tomorrow. Hey, that's no problem, Jeff. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. It's great. It's great hanging out with you. Noah says I hate driving through a construction zone. I-4 downtown Orlando is crazy. That's what I hear. That's what I hear, Noah. But we actually didn't get out much. We got out one time and we drove to the family's favorite restaurant, Texas Roadhouse, and ate there once. And then we drove another time to Chili's and we didn't eat there because they were doing absolutely nothing for social distancing. So we got in there and we saw that they were doing a terrible job. So then we left. And that was pretty much the only 2 times that we took our own car to go somewhere in Orlando, except for the very first night we got into Orlando. We actually drove before we checked into Pop. We actually drove straight to Disney Springs and ate at Chicken Guy, and Landon did the little whatever the Christmas tree scavenger hunt is called. He did that. That was it. All right, let's see. Oklahoma City is 70 miles, guys. 1 hour. Let's see who can hang on for one more hour. It's so pitch black like Space Mountain. You know what? It's funny you said that, Noah, because yesterday I was driving from Orlando to Memphis, and at different times in the drive, especially at night, I kept picturing myself on different rides there at Disney. So exactly, just kind of like what you said, so dark it's like Space Mountain. It's exactly how I was feeling through a lot of it. Kind of crazy. I don't know if that's what they mean when they say the Disney hangover, right? I don't know if that's what they mean when they say the Disney hangover or what, but it's kind of like when I was a little kid. My parents would take me to the air show that they have here, with all the airplanes, and for like at least a good couple of hours afterwards, anytime that anybody would make a noise, I would hear airplanes. Don't drive me crazy, babe, but it's the best that I can do. Those good old boys making noise. It's a Vince Gill song right now. There's another guy from Oklahoma, country singer Vince Gill. He's from Oklahoma City. So that's pretty cool. So Noah, what do you have coming up next on your channel, buddy? You got a trivia premiere tomorrow night, right? Is it Tuesdays or did you change it? I forget. I know you have the puzzle ones, and then you have the trivia ones. The trivia ones are always fun. I enjoy it. The only problem is I sometimes forget about them because I don't always get the reminder. But you and Amy from AJC Magic are pretty much the ones that kind of inspired us to want to do a trivia live stream. Oh, that sounds cool, man. Tonight, oh, Tuesday night. Okay, so you're still doing on Tuesday nights. Mixed Disney parks and attractions with Disney parks, Chris. Hey, that's cool. I will 100% try to be there, Noah, and so will Adric, I think, probably too. We will try our very best to be there, buddy. We really enjoy doing your trivia like against one another. It's pretty fun for us. Anybody else in the chat that's not connected with Noah, just Noah's Adventures, please do so because he puts out some pretty entertaining. He has some pretty entertaining premieres, that's for sure. The Joma Howard thing's up there in New York. The whole situation. Houston Texans wide receiver got suspended. Who was it, Mr. Willie? All these guys that are still watching us all live on the East Coast. So it's like 12:30 there for them. It's crazy. Just to be your baby. Our schools are on full virtual until December. Right. We're on full virtual until the end of the year, right? Until after Christmas break. So know how that goes for sure. It's already December in the East Coast. You're exactly right. They had two players suspended, Will Fuller and Bradley Roby. Jeez. Will Fuller, huh? PEDs. Never would have thought that guy would do that. Bradley Roby doesn't surprise me as much. He's an old, he used to play on Lannon's team, Denver Broncos. It's crazy. AJ, see, did you hear about the Houston Texans players get suspended? Will Fuller and Bradley Roby. God bless Texas. It was Will Fuller. He said he was given a prescription med that contained a banned substance. Huh. You never know. Sometimes these guys do this stuff intentionally, and then sometimes I feel like maybe they don't. I don't know. I know there have been some really good, classy players that have been, suspended for stuff like that without even having the knowledge that they were doing that. So I don't know. You kind of like to take people for their word sometimes, unless you know that they're just blatantly lying. So I'm not real sure. We had some kids from AJ going Monday and Tuesday. Rest we're going Thursday. Oh, okay, I see. A through J. So you guys were doing the what is that called? Remember what that's called? Some kids go on some days and some kids go on the AB schedule, right? But it was called the flex schedule or something like that. Yeah, our district, New Juma, we never even considered that because that's too much chaos. So I don't know. The whole virtual thing definitely has its pros, but it also has some cons. It is easier to I don't know, manage the students, make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do uh, when they're at school. At least they're in the teacher's hands. But you just have to hope that they're responsible and that their parents hold them accountable, for making sure that they do what they're supposed to do. Because as teachers, there's only so much that we can do from the virtual perspective. But at the same time, it's nice as well because we get to the classes go smoother for us as teachers and stuff like that. So I don't know. I kind of like both ways. But another thing that we offer at our school when we do virtual is we have what's called open office hours at the end of the day. So the kids can come into our Zoom meetings. Like all our classes are done virtually through Zoom. The kids can come into our Zoom meetings if they have questions or need extra help or anything like that. So that's another plus. Had a couple of COVID cases, so everyone is home virtually. Yep. I have custody of my step granddaughter. I have her home, right? Yeah. This whole year, my boys, Adrian and Landon, have both been doing virtual because Kimberly is able to work from home, and she's been doing a really, really great job with Landon as far as keeping him up with school and working full time from home as well. And Adric is actually he's done a really good job on his own of staying motivated and staying on top of his schoolwork. He's been doing making really good grades. So he's I'm proud of both of them, proud of all three of them for doing a really really great job with the whole situation at home, work and school and everything else. Are the students behind academically this year because of the end of last year and most learning being virtual? You know what, Amy? I would say nationwide, uh, nationwide things like reading scores, math scores, like benchmarks and stuff like that. I would say on average, almost every student in the whole U.S. is behind by about a grade level in both reading and math. But I think they're starting to catch up to where they're supposed to be for the most part. So there was that little bit of a discrepancy because the school year ended so abruptly last year, like spring break, and then basically school was over for almost everyone. So there was that catching up part, but I feel like they're making progress towards getting back to where they're supposed to be. But it's a matter of it's a mo- for the older kids like the middle school like Adrian's age, and for high school kids it's a matter of it's like in college. It's a matter of self motivation. Uh, if they stay on top, if they hold themselves accountable and they stay on top of their work and stuff like that, then they'll be able to still be successful. But the younger ones like Landon, you just have to have a really good support system at home, and you have to have parents that are willing to help you out and to do a lot of the work that the teachers can't do because the students aren't at school. If that makes sense. 49 miles to Oklahoma City, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. I feel bad for the kids that don't have the parental support they need. The school say, hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. I do too. 100%. Because a lot of that is not the student's fault at all. There's only so much that they can do on their own, especially the younger kids. So that's why I'm very blessed to have kids that are really good kids and really motivated at home, and a wife that's works her butt off, both at work and at school to help the boys. Plus, take care of me. So she basically raises four boys. She's the only female in the house. Bear, even our dog is a boy. So she's got a full plate, that's for sure. Almost there, yes, sir. No, we are almost there. I think it would be hard to teach gardeners how to read virtually. I don't disagree with that, Amy. That's when you kind of have to look at virtual programs like things like ABC Mouse and stuff like that to kind of help the kids as well. So, Amy, have you gone out any at all, like any more at all around Fort Worth area, like the Stockyard area, or to the museums, or Billy Bob's, or anything like that? Since you've been down there, probably not a lot because you've been in Amarillo. Man, you six people that are here with us in the chat, you guys are committed, still here. Appreciate that. Potawatomi County. One thing you guys will notice about Oklahoma, our county names, especially, is a lot of them are named after Native American tribes because the time of the Indian Removal Act and things like the Trail of Tears, uh, when the Native Americans were forced off their reservations, they were forced into move into what's called Indian Territory, which I'm sure you guys all know is now the state of Oklahoma. So we have a lot of Native American influence around here. Like all the casinos here in Oklahoma are all ran and operated by Native American tribes. I went to Lenova holidays at the ballpark on Thanksgiving, but haven't really done anything else. Lenova holidays, the ballpark. What ballpark, Amy? I don't know if I've heard of Lenova holiday. Have you heard of Lenova holiday in Fort Worth? I haven't either. I tell you what, though, Amy, come 4th of July, you need to go to in Addison, Texas. It's called Kaboom Town. It's on the 3rd of July, really, but it's for the 4th of July. It's really cool because it's like an air show, and the airplanes actually shoot off the fireworks out of the airplane, so it's cool. Globe Life. Oh, okay, cool. It was the first year. It was a walk-through light display. Hey, awesome. Very cool. Hey, Going Green Mom, good to see you. Welcome and thank you for being here. We're just on the last few miles of our trip home, back to the Oklahoma City area. We've been the last 8 days. We've been actually in Disney World. So we drove, or my wife drove from home to Atlanta for on the way there. We stopped over and spent a day in Atlanta, and then the next morning we drove into Florida. And then yesterday we left Orlando and drove to Memphis, stayed the night there, and now we're almost home. Yeah, Kimberly loves the Kaboom Town, Amy. It is pretty cool. And then, so that's on the 3rd of July. And then on the 4th of July, the two times that we've been down there to Kaboom Town, we go to the FC Dallas soccer game, and then they have fireworks there as well. I'm glad you have had a safe drive. Thank you. We appreciate it very much. Glad we've had a safe drive as well. Scroll bar is hazardous for me. I have a Norwex. Oh, you do? Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, Going Green Mom, but my wife actually does sell Norwex, and she has a Facebook page and a group as well. So I don't think the description is in the link down below on this video, but if you go back to one of our other videos, then you can see uh, you'll see the links for her Facebook group and page. If Amy wouldn't mind posting those again, she can do that for you as well. Hey, Garrett, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Just on the last leg of our trip home from Disney World. We're about less than an hour away from back to Oklahoma City. We have been to Yukon Park for Christmas lights 3 times. Did you have a great Florida vacation? Yeah, we did, Garrett. Thank you for asking. It was a lot of fun. Time goes by fast, though, I'll tell you that. But we were able to actually do a lot of, thank you, Amy. We were able actually to do a lot this time that we didn't get to do the only other time that we've been there. So that was great. Shawnee right here. So the town the city we're going through right now, guys, it's called Shawnee, Oklahoma. And a famous actor was born here in Shawnee, a guy by the name of Brad Pitt. Were you out there 7 to 10 days? Yeah, we were out there 8 days, Garrett. If you drive by his childhood house, that would be awesome. We got to get home, buddy. Maybe we'll do that someday. That'd be a good idea. Also, astronaut Gordon Cooper, one of the first in space, was born in Shawnee. Good amount of days. What do you think of those? Rise of the Resistance. Is it one of your top rides now? Do you like Flight of Passage more? Rise of the Resistance. Uh, Probably if we were more of Star Wars fans, we would have enjoyed it more. Just being honest, but it was a nice ride. The whole the setup and all that, the setting of it was really really cool. Um, and Kimberly was actually able to get pretty decent boarding passes both days. Actually, really good boarding passes. One of them, the first day was boarding group 23. The second day was boarding group 6. Um, but the ride was cool. Uh, I do like Flight of Passage better than Rise of the Resistance. I actually enjoy the Avatar movie, and so I thought the whole experience is very similar to Soren. I thought the whole experience was really cool. I enjoyed the interaction. I enjoyed the virtualness of it, that the realness, the 3D aspect of it, and I enjoyed the smells too. Some really nice smells on that ride as well. So, Flight of Passage, I would definitely say I liked more than Rise of the Resistance. Matter of fact, the thing I probably liked most that came out of Galaxy's Edge was the Ronto wrap. That was good. That's really good food. Also, home of the first Sonic. Hey, Lena, good to see you. Welcome in. That's honest. If you didn't care for Star Wars, I can see it not being that great. Yeah. The whole land, the whole Galaxy's Edge was really cool. I did enjoy that, walking around and stuff like that. Off to the right is one of the main casinos here in Oklahoma. It's called Grand Casino. It's a pretty nice casino. The Ronto wrap is a good sandwich, yeah. Probably my favorite ride there at Hollywood Studios, Garrett, out of the new rides was the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I just thought that all the engineering and the art that went into that ride, I thought that was really cool. And then we also really liked the Tower of Terror. And Landon enjoyed riding the Slinky Dog Dash. That was pretty cool. We hadn't done that or the alien swirling saucers before because the last time we were there, they didn't have the Toy Story Land. They just had the Midway Mania ride, and that was it. So that was cool. Hey, good night, Mr. Willie. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Yeah, we didn't do any live streams, Gary, at Disney, but I did do a lot of like POVs of the rides, and I also made some little vlogs that are called shorts, SHORTS. Then we have a couple of them up there on YouTube right now. One of them is one of them is Landon playing rock paper scissors with Mickey Mouse at the Garden Grill, and another one is of the castle projections. Hollywood Studios must have been pretty boring if it didn't have all those rides. Good to take a break from videoing, yes, it was for sure. Hey, Darren, welcome back, buddy. Thank you, Going Green Mom. Appreciate it. Have a good night. That was a YouTube short that I posted, Garrett. The whole rock paper scissors. Family was giving me a hard time because I had titled it at first "Paper Rock Scissors," because for whatever reason that's what I thought it was called. So I had to go in and change it. Oklahoma City city limits, guys. So we're getting there. It was cool getting to meet Jeff, Garrett. I saw you met up with Jeff. Yep. No, we didn't hang out for that long. They had some other friends from Pittsburgh that were there with them. So we just met them and just chatted for a while, and that was about it. But it was cool getting to meet them. Hey, what's going on, Sean? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Michelle said you were as tall as Jeff. Yeah, it seems like we were pretty close to the same height. I don't know. I will say though that in the picture, I was standing on the bleacher. He wasn't. so he might be taller. But Adric's taller than I am, Gary, if that tells you anything. And I'm 5'10", so Adric got some good height then. Yes, he does. I think Adric's probably 5'11" right now, Gary, at 13 years old. He's supposed to be somewhere around 6'4", 6'5". Sean, I guess you guys are part of the cruisathon thing this weekend that Blaine's doing. Will you get there by morning? Fard. H. Six-four starting guard for the Oakland City Thunder. Yes, we are, Danny. We will be on at our usual time with some special guests coming on board. That sounds cool, Sean. Awesome. You guys probably have a Love's travel stop somewhere around you. That gas station was actually created in Oklahoma City, and the family, the Love family, actually goes to church where Kimberly and I got married at. So that's pretty cool. Where are we going, Sean? We're Actually, in the last few miles of our trip back home, we've spent the last 8 days at Walt Disney World in Orlando. And so we drove on the way there. We drove from Oklahoma City to Atlanta, spent the night, and then we got up and drove into Orlando. And then on the way back home, we drove last night from Orlando to Memphis, Tennessee. And now we're on the last part. Maybe they can use one of those first round picks for Egypt. I like stopping at Love's on car rides. I know their restrooms are going to be clean. So here in a little bit, guys, we're going to be driving through a city called Midwest City. And that city is home to one of the largest Air Force bases in the United States. It's called Tinker Air Force Base. And it is home of the airplane known as the AWACS. AWACS airplanes are stationed out of Tinker Air Force Base, which is here in Midwest City, Oklahoma, that we're getting ready to go through. I don't know how the picture's looking for you guys, if it's blurry or whatever. It probably is because it's pretty dark. But when we get into the bigger cities, if you look off to the left of your screen, you'll see some of the airplanes and stuff like that. They're at the Tinker Air Force Base. Are you in your time zone now? We got back into our time zone there, and whenever we basically got into Alabama. I love the blooming onion. Yep. Did I get much material to vlog? Sounds like a fun trip. Sounds like everyone had a fun time. And did you get much? Yeah, we actually did, Sean. I did a lot of videos, on ride videos, of a lot of the different rides around the different parks. And we also, I have a couple of shorts. They're called shorts videos on our channel right now. One is of Adrian, or not Adrian, but Landon playing rock, paper, scissors with Mickey Mouse. And another one is a short video of the different Christmas projections that were shown on the Cinderella Castle there at Disney World. So if you haven't watched those, they're like, one of them's like 25 seconds long. And then the other one is just a minute long. So they're very, very short, which is why they're called shorts. Look to the left and I see cars coming towards me. Frightens the living daylights out of me. It's funny. Good thing you did that videoing the rides. Yeah, it was a lot easier for me to do that than to try to live stream. So many people live stream from the Disney parks. Garrett, we actually earlier today, I don't know if you saw or not, but we did a live stream from the Memphis Zoo in Tennessee. So that was a lot of fun. We basically had that entire zoo to ourselves, so that was cool. Did you go to all four parks or just a couple of them? We actually went to all four parks twice. Hey, NDT show. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. The gentleman said I saw the rock, paper, scissors. Really cool. Oh, thank you. All right, guys. Be looking here to the left here in a minute. Hopefully you guys will see some of the planes that are at Tinker Air Force Base. Those two whales right there on the left, those are part of the base. Are we in lockdown? It's really blurry. Not sure. Sorry about the blur, guys. It's just the lights. Sure. Sean, we are not in lockdown, but our schools are all our school at least in Yukon is all virtual now, at least until the start of the year. So we actually are just going back to teaching Zoom classes, but this time we actually get to teach from home, so that makes it nicer. Yeah, it doesn't look like you guys are gonna get to see the planes. I don't even think they're lit up, so I apologize for that. But maybe we can do a drive stream someday during the day and drive here so you guys can see a little bit of what the Air Force Base looks like. My lens on my phone camera tonight was blurry and dark as well when I went live a few minutes ago. Must be in the air tonight. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just because it's dark, I'm sure. I don't know. I appreciate everyone that's stuck around with us, though. We had a good good amount of people with us for most of the night, so that's awesome. Appreciate it, guys. This is the first time also that besides earlier today, that we've used StreamYard Mobile to do a live stream. So I don't know if Prism has a better picture at night or what, but That's not Pacific, that's all. So off to the right there, guys, is Interstate 35. So we are located probably about 2 hour drive south of Wichita, Kansas, I would say. Here in a minute, we're going to be driving through downtown Oklahoma City. So hopefully you guys will at least get to see a little bit of our downtown area. We have one really tall building in downtown Oklahoma City, and that's called the Devon Tower, which is where Devon Energy is. We also have downtown the Sonic headquarters. For Sonic, we have a minor league baseball field. We also have the Chesapeake Energy Arena, which is where the Oklahoma City Thunder play. That sounds cool, even if you talking about it. There is talk that we in Australia could be doing some local cruising as early as the 18th of December. Hey, that's awesome, Sean. Regardless if whether I see it well or not. Hey, thank you, Gary. When I drove through Oklahoma City, I couldn't see it well as it was pouring rain. Yeah, I remember you saying that, Edie. Hey, Thin Blue Lane, welcome in, guys. Good to see y'all. Hope you're doing well. What'd you do? Get on Crosstown? No? So this right here, guys, is light display. You guys can see at least the blue or the purple. That is a big that's a big like just a sculpture that's supposed to be representing the scissor tail flycatcher, which is the Oklahoma State bird. And that's it. So we're already out of downtown pretty fast. Has it been raining? Actually, today it didn't rain at all, Sean. It might have rained here. I don't know for sure, but yesterday when we drove from Orlando to Memphis, it basically rained the entire time, which was crazy. right, guys. So we've gone just a little over 3 hours. I just want to thank everyone so much for being here, hanging out with us on our drive back home. Um, I want to remind you guys that we will be having our trivia Wednesday night, and then coming up Saturday, we're going to be part of the 3-day cruiseathon that Blaine is hosting. Really creative travel. If you guys want to see some great cruising genre YouTubers, make sure you head over there to Blaine's Facebook group, Really Creative Travel Tribe, and he'll have the whole listing of everyone that's going to be part of that cruiseathon. So again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us on our drive home, and hope you guys have a great couple of days, and we hope to see you guys Wednesday night. And as always, oh, you guys can also be looking on Instagram for some pictures of our vacation, and I'm also going to be posting some vlogs as well. And other than that, hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And as always, take time to make memories. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.